good too, thank you for asking. It's okay, it's alright. No, it's okay. Welcome to Lake Minnewanka, everybody. We are so happy to have all of you aboard the Dawn of the Peaks 2. That's the best you're on today. My name is Jacob. I'm going to be your tour guide here for the next hour or so as you cruise halfway down the lake here today. And driving the Dawn of the Peaks 2 today, we are very lucky to have them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please help me introduce the very wonderful, talented, and ever so skilled Captain Kenji. Let's hear Captain Kenji. That's good. We want to keep him nice and happy. He's in charge of all of our safety on the boat here today, so we want to keep him nice and happy. So before we get too far away from the docks, first off, there are some empty seats, so if you want to spread out a little bit, if you need a break from your family, there are some extra seats in the back over there. But also, I need to go over a quick safety briefing with all of you. So, this is the only part of the tour you have to listen to me. Then for the next 59 minutes, you can tune me out as much as you like. So firstly, underneath your seats, there are life jackets. They look just like this. You don't need to take them out unless we instruct you to do so. For my younger friends, we do have children's life jackets in the very front compartment right here. How you would don the life vest is just remove from your seat, stick your head through the hole. Doesn't matter which way you do it, they're reversible. Take the smaller straps, tie the bow tie firmly under your chin, then release the longer straps like so. Wrap them once around your body, tie your bow in the front, then you're good to float. Next, we have a few emergency exits. The most obvious one is the back door you used to get on the boat here today. All of your windows along the sides, they also count as emergency exits, or we can climb the set of stairs, pop open this front hatch, and climb up onto the bow. And finally, we do have a life raft. It's at the very back or stern of the vessel on the swim deck. You may have seen it as you're getting on the boat here today. That big white pill-looking capsule. If the situation arose, we would kick into the water, pull on the cord, it'll automatically inflate, and has enough space to hold 75 grown adults. Now this boat can't even hold 75 people, so there's no need to shove your husband or wife into the water to secure a spot on that life raft. Alright, any questions or comments about safety? Anyone? All good? Okay. One last note about safety, as you may have noticed, we do have a back deck. You can use that to at any point throughout the cruise, even as I'm talking, even as the boat is moving. I just have 2 rules we have to follow with the back deck. Please no more than 8 people back there at one given time, just for stability reasons of the boat. And if you go back there or come back in, just try your best to keep the door closed as often as possible, just to prevent any interference from coming into the cabin. But if you're trying to go back there because you're already sick of the sound of my voice, I hate to burst your bubble, but there are speakers back there too, and they work very, very well. But please, feel free, utilize it as much as you would like. To open that back door, you just put your hand in the black latch, push down, and then give it a good pull. Do not bother touching that metal switch, otherwise you will lock yourself in or lock people out. So yeah, but please, it's a beautiful day. Use it as much as you would like. Also, I'd like to take this time to acknowledge the land that you are all traveling on. We are traveling on the Treaty 7 territory of Alberta. So this acknowledges that this is the traditional and ancestral home of the Blackfoot Confederacy, Tsuut'ina Nation, Stoney Nakoda First Nations, and Métis Nation from District 4 of Southern Alberta. Alright, with all that being said, once again, welcome everyone. You're all on the Classic Cruise. It's 1 hour long, so it should be back to the docks by about 11 or so. Does that work with all of you? Good. If it didn't, that's too bad. You're on the boat anyway. So, how this is going to work is for the first 20 minutes, I'll be on the mic the whole time, sharing some stories, some fun facts, maybe answering any burning questions you might have. Then, once we reach our halfway point, Captain Kenji is going to bring the boat to a stop and shut the engines off. We will float in the backcountry for about 5 to 8 minutes and do a little activity, a little moment of silence. Then, on the return home journey for the last 20 minutes, that's when I'm off the mic. That's more time for all of you to enjoy the views without me pestering you with my voice too much. So, this is an interpretive tour, meaning I want to talk about what you folks want to know. So I have a normal tour I can get into right away, but did any of you come to the lake with any burning questions? Anything you were just dying to know the answer to about Lake Minnewanka? Banff National Park? My love life? Anything? What's that? How long has this lake been here? Yes, great question. A very, very long time. So, many, many millions of years ago, when these mountains were at the bottom of the ocean, the tectonic plates were shifting and eventually collided and then jutted them all up. So, all of these mountains you see around us right now, they actually used to be combined into one gigantic mountain. Then, during one of the last major ice ages, a huge ice glacier carved its way through that really big mountain, which created this big U-shaped valley that we have here today. So, easily probably a couple million years old is how long this lake has been here for sure. Yeah, great question to start us off. Any other questions at all? All good? Just eager to learn? Oh, yeah. Are there any fish in the lake, and what kind of fish? Yes, there are a lot of fish in this lake. So, the main species of fish we have are the lake trout. Now, they get very, very big. They're about a 35-pound lake trout caught back in 2013. Pretty sure that's bigger than some of our guests on board here today. But the biggest lake trout ever rumored to be caught here at the lake was 55 pounds. Pretty insane. Now, these guys, they are introduced from Lake Superior all the way over in Ontario back in the 1930s to help promote sport fishing and tourism. And since they're an introduced species and not native, you can actually capture and keep up to 2 of these lake trout per day for a fishing license if you would like to. Whereas we have 4 native species of fish as well. They are Rocky Mountain whitefish, lake whitefish, Cisco, and bull trout. But if you catch any of those fish, you will have to release them for sure. Yeah. And this is actually one of the top spots in all of Western Canada for lake trout fishing specifically due to how big the fish can get here. Yeah. Great question. Good. Any other questions at all? Yes.
How do they survive through the winter time?
How do they survive in the winter time? Yeah. So, first off, during the winter time, this lake will actually fully freeze over in its entirety from the front to the back, and the ice will get to be about 1 meter thick at its thickest point, or about